spicy, seductive, sultry fragrances. It was a bit of an anticlimax for me. Nice, lovely fragrance. Oh, that is, it's just something they do to me. Like, they go straight into my nose, into my brain, and I can tell, oh, this has got a bit of a kick to it. I'm a Nigerian. We eat a lot of spicy food, so I don't mind spices in my perfume. My people, welcome back to my channel. And if it's your first time seeing my face, then salutations. My name is Priscilla, and I make videos to help you smell good, look good, and feel good. So if that's something you're interested in, then please consider subscribing, like this video, and let's get right into the video of today. So in today's video, I'll be talking about 10 sultry, seductive, spicy fragrances. Now, spicy fragrances could range from anything from cloves to cinnamon to pink pepper to saffron. All the perfumes that have those spicy notes in them, I'll be talking about 10 from my collection. These are fragrances that, in my opinion, awaken something in humans, because that's the effect it has on me. Whenever I have a spicy fragrance on, I don't know, it's either I feel very warm or it makes me like, it wakes me up. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. I'll be starting off with soft spicy fragrances, and then I'll be working my way up to like warmer spicy fragrances. So the first fragrance I'll be talking about is Twilly from the house of Hermes, and we all know Hermes. Hermes is a designer brand. They make bags. They're very famous for their popular Birkin and Kelly bags. But if you're not quite ready to go there, you might want to start off with their perfume, their fragrance. This fragrance has got ginger in it, so that's the spice in this one. In my opinion, this is a more fresh, soft spicy fragrance. In my opinion, this is not warm at all. I think this has got some tuberose in it, but we're focusing more on spice. So the spice in this fragrance is the ginger notes. I think this is the only fragrance I actually have in my collection at the moment that has got ginger in it, and it's not in an annoying way. The ginger is not a choky. When I say spicy, it doesn't mean like when you spray it you're going to immediately start choking on it. No, this is beautifully well done, well blended in this fragrance. And yeah, this is Twilly de Hermes, and I think it's a really beautiful spicy fragrance. The bottle has got that Twilly on it, and I think this is like a hat, and that is what it looks like. So yeah, I think this is a really beautiful, sultry, seductive, spicy fragrance. Has got a few more spicy notes in it, and it's Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25. I've talked about this fragrance loads on my channel. I have a whole video dedicated to it because it's a new release, or the latest release from the house of Kayali. But this is a really nice spicy fragrance. It's got pink pepper in it. This has got saffron in it. So those are the two major spicy notes in this fragrance, and I think this just it's really beautifully blended because it's got rose in it. So this is more of a rose scent, but it's got those spicy notes which you will definitely not miss out in this fragrance. Again, I think this is beautifully done. This is quite lovely. This is quite fresh. This is more of a soft spicy as opposed to a warmer spicy. I'd wear this all year round, but I think this is one of the warmer, this is one of the spicy fragrances I've got in my collection that I would tend to wear more in the summer and spring months as opposed to the winter months. I think it's a really beautiful, sultry, seductive, spicy fragrance. Now the next fragrance is Gentle Fluidity Gold. Gentle Fluidity Gold is a fragrance from the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This fragrance has got nutmeg and coriander in it. Now this is the only fragrance as well in my collection that has got that nutmeg note in it. Nutmeg, coriander, we all know those are spices. This is more of a soft spice in my opinion. This fragrance is a very mild fragrance, so it's one of the most subtle, spicy fragrances I've actually got in my collection, where I can't really, there's a very soft, it's a very soft hint of the spice there. You have to really have a good nose to pick up on it, but in my opinion this is more of like a sweet fragrance. So it's got a bit of the spice in there with the nutmeg and the coriander. I think it's a really beautiful fragrance. I've got this in the 35 ml. I think it hasn't got the best performance or projection, but it's a really nice fragrance to layer with. I personally will wear this more during the spring and the summer months so that the heat could just give it a bit more projection as opposed to the winter months. But again, I think it's an all year fragrance, so I can wear this all year round, but just my preference would be to wear this more during the spring and the summer months. And the spicy notes in this fragrance again is the coriander and the nutmeg note. Following on from Gentle Fluidity Gold is Baccarat Rouge 540, and it's from the same house, Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This was the first fragrance to come into my collection from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This is a very, very popular fragrance. Very popular fragrance of the year in my opinion for 2020. There's so many dupes out there. Loads of people have talked about this fragrance, but remember, this list is spicy, seductive, sultry fragrances, and this has got the spice of saffron in it. Now, this fragrance is a very unique fragrance. In my opinion, this is more sweet than spicy, but because it's got that saffron note in it, it would have been unfair to create this list and not talk about Baccarat Rouge 540. I mean, it's got saffron in it. We need to talk about it. I think this is more sweet. You can very barely pick up the saffron, but I think because it's got the spicy notes in it, it's also giving it a bit of that depth, so it's not straight on sweet. You know, when this dries down, as this continues to dry down, it evolves into different things. This fragrance is popular for being, you know, people getting anosmic to it. So like I've mentioned before, it plays hide and seek. And it's a fragrance that evolves into different things. So at some point you might be able to pick up on the spice on this one. Again, this fragrance I would wear all year round because it's a very good blend between fresh soft spicy and warm spicy. It's almost, I think, the only fragrance I'll be talking about today which is almost in the middle, where I won't say this is straight up fresh spicy. I won't say this is straight up soft spicy. I think this is just in the middle between warm spicy and fresh spicy. So this makes this makes Baccarat Rouge a really beautiful fragrance to wear all year round. So you can wear it in the winter, autumn season. You can wear this in the summer, spring season, and it would bring up whichever spice you want. So you wear it autumn, winter, it would perform warm spicy. You wear it winter, you wear it spring, summer, it would perform more fresh, soft spicy. So yeah, that is Baccarat Rouge 540. Moving on to more warm spicy fragrances in my collection, I'll be starting off with one from the house of Xerjoff, and this is Dolce Amalfi. I have a whole video on my channel dedicated to fragrances from the house of Xerjoff where I talk about this one in great detail. But this is a cardamom queen's based fragrance that is very spicy in my opinion, and it's spicy because it's actually got cloves in it. Cloves are a very popular spice. I think cloves are supposed to be like almost like pepper. I don't know, don't take my word for it, Google. But yeah, this is more of a warm spicy fragrance. I can tell that there is something spicy in this fragrance, like it performs spicy actually, as opposed to, so for example, like Gentle Fluidity Gold where I said it was more sweet, or Baccarat Rouge which is more sweet. This fragrance in my opinion is like, when you spray it you can tell that there is a spicy note in it. It's quite warm. This smells like an apple pie. It smells like a freshly baked. It smells like a freshly baked apple pie. And it's got other notes of cardamom, it's got quince in it, but the cloves in this one make it very spicy. And I think it's more of a warm, spicy fragrance. So I'll wear this more during the winter. I can't speak today. I'll wear this more during the winter and autumn months, and I think it's a really beautiful fragrance. As you can see, I've got it in the 100 ml bottle, and I really like it. Following on from Dolce Amalfi, I'll be talking about Lira. It's from the same house, Xerjoff. Xerjoff fragrances are quite, you know, gourmand fragrances. So these are fragrances that smell very much like food. Now, Lira has got cinnamon in it, so that's the spice in Lira. Dolce Amalfi has got cloves, Lira has got cinnamon. It smells like a lemon pie. I think it's such a beautiful, sweet, nice, lovely fragrance. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful, and I can smell the spice in it. You know, in my opinion, when I spray on fragrances that have got spice in it, I don't know, there's just something they do to me. Like, they go straight into my nose, into my brain, and I can tell, oh, this has got a bit of a kick to it. This has got a bit of spice to it. I'm a Nigerian, we eat a lot of spicy food. So I do love my spices in my food, and I don't mind spices in my perfume as well. So with this one, I can tell that it's got a bit of a kick to it, and I think it's that cinnamon note. I think it's such a beautiful, sweet, gourmand fragrance, and it definitely is one of the most beautiful, spicy fragrances, if I do say so myself, with that note of cinnamon in it. On to another fragrance from the house of Maison Margiela, and this is called By the Fireplace. And it's from their line, I think it's called Replica, where they make fragrances that replicate places and events and things. And this is supposed to like replicate a fireplace, or remind you of a fireplace. I've talked about this fragrance before, and how when it first arrived at my door, it was a bit of an anticlimax for me, because it didn't quite give me the fireplace I'm used to. And I've said that because in Nigeria, a fireplace reminds me more of like firewood jollof rice, and that's because in Nigeria we cook when we're cooking for parties, you know, it's for a large number, so we cook big pots of jollof rice, and that fireplace, that's what I attach a fireplace to. But this is a really beautiful fragrance. The spice in this fragrance is pink pepper and cloves. So just like Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25, this has got pink pepper in it, and I think it's so beautiful. I really like this fragrance. I find myself actually wearing this during the summer months as well, just because I really like it, not because I think it's a better fragrance to wear during the summer. In fact, I think this is more of a winter autumn scent, but because I like it so much. In fact, I have come to realize, apart from amber floral fragrances, I think I actually like really warm spicy fragrances. So I tend to find myself wearing By the Fireplace, and another fragrance I'll be talking about at some point, which is Angel Share. I think this is a really beautiful fragrance. The cloves, the pink pepper in it make it quite warm, like quite spicy. I got this in a 30 ml, but I will be repurchasing this as soon as this is up, and I think it's a really beautiful fragrance. Now moving on to Angel Share by Kilian. Kilian are the guys who make Hennessy, the drink. Now this bottle, as you can see, looks like a glass of whiskey or a glass of rum or whatever. This fragrance has got a note of cognac in it, but the spice in this fragrance is actually the cinnamon. I think this is such a warm fragrance. Oh my goodness, this literally smells like, oh, that is so nice. You know, dried fruits, you know, those, you know, dried fruits I usually put in like in like a mixed fruit cake or mixed fruit bread. That's what this smells like. And it's got that cinnamon note in it, which makes it quite spicy. I think this is quite spicy. When I wear this, I can tell that I'm wearing a spicy fragrance. I think it's such a beautiful fragrance. It's got amazing projection, amazing sillage. Longevity on this one, we're talking about over 8 hours in my opinion. And I think it's a really beautiful fragrance from the house of Kilian. Now moving on to another fragrance that smells very much like Kilian Angel Share, but it's from the house of Initio, and it's called Side Effect. This is like a smoky take on Initio's Side Effect is a more smoky take on Angel Share. Angel Share leans more sweet. Initial Side Effect leans more smoky. So the spicy note in this fragrance is also cinnamon, just like Angel Share. I think this is a spice, like you can tell. Oh my goodness, I just love these fragrances. I think I really like spicy fragrances. This is a really beautiful fragrance. It smells spicy, it's quite long lasting. I get loads of compliments on this one. This is one of the fragrances I wear that people actually stop me and ask me, what am I wearing? And yeah, it's got cinnamon notes in it. This is more of a warm spicy fragrance. I would wear this more during the autumn and the winter months as well, because I think this is more warm spicy. When the weather is cold, you want something to make you feel a bit warm. Initial Side Effect is there to cuddle. Last fragrance on this list is the latest to come into my collection. It's from the House of Oud, and it's called Dates Delight. This fragrance is an absolute delight. I learned that the bottle is actually hand painted, so each bottle is actually hand painted, so they're going to be different, and which just makes it a bit more special and unique in my opinion. This fragrance is, I was about to smell this. This is actually the base, guys. This is where the fragrance is. Don't be like me. Don't go about smelling the base. Smell the fragrance. This fragrance is beautiful. The spicy note in this fragrance is cinnamon, but it's got so much in it. I'm not going to talk about the other notes. We're talking about the spicy notes in these fragrances, but this has got dates. I'll just say this smells yum. This smells like cake. This smells like, oh my god, it just smells really lovely. And it's got that spicy touch to it because of the cinnamon. Again, I personally think this is more of a winter autumn scent. This is a warm spicy fragrance, not a fresh spicy, not soft spicy. Yeah, those are all the fragrances I've talked about today. These are my favorite spicy fragrances. Let me know if there are any you recognize. If you've got any in your collection, go ahead, let me know. Comment it down in the comment section. If you've tried any of these fragrances, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Go ahead and do all of that good stuff. Like, share, subscribe. My new subbies, thank you so much. I see you, I appreciate you, I love you. And until I see you again in my next video, I look forward to see you again in my next video. Stay blessed. Hi and bye. I'll be starting off with soft spicy fragrances, and then I'll be walking. So I'll be starting off with soft spicy. Fluidity Gold has got notes of, what has Gentle Fluidity Gold got in it? Moving on to another fragrance, and this is from the house of Magella, and this is called